All right, so just real quick, like I said, this isn't really long enough to be a whole thing. At least not yet. I mean, God could show me more, and I can build off it. But just I want to share this because I think it's important, and I don't know how when else it would ever get brought up. But one of the things that I've learned over the years, and it did take years to learn, is that my addictions don't separate me from God's love. In the beginning, whenever I would quote unquote relapse on an addiction, I would turn away from God. You know, I did so because of all the perfectionism in me. I knew, air quotes, that God hated me because I just failed. So I would live with this constant cycle of resisting addiction, and then always within a very brief amount of time, I would fall back into it because I was never really free. You know what I mean? And I would feel all the condemnation and hatred and perfectionism crashing down onto me. The addictions that I had made me feel so disgusting, overwhelmingly so. So I knew, air quotes again, that God felt the same way. That I discussed it, like if because in my mind, God was always more than what I was. Whatever I was feeling, God was more because He's bigger. That's what I thought. So if I think I'm disgusting, God thinks I'm super disgusting. That's the way my brain works.
Right.
So it's a very exhausting cycle to be in because, you know, you just that's how my life was resisting, trying to fight on my own in addiction because that's all I knew how to do was on my own. Anytime I asked for help, nothing. Pastors, youth pastors, random men of God, I'd literally go to church and I'd pray to God. I'd sit there and I'd pray to God, well, Lord, I've asked everybody in this flipping place that I trust, and literally the meetings are forgotten about, ignored. Nothing has happened. So I'm like, you know what, Lord, I'm gonna go pray at that altar, and whoever the heck lays hands on me to pray for me, if that happens, I'm gonna talk to him. And so I'd go up there and pray, and a guy would lay hands on me and pray for me, and I turn and see, oh, that's who it is. I go up, talk to him, and hey, can I talk to you about something, man? I'm just, I'm a 14-year-old kid, 15. I'm going through a lot, and I just need to talk about some. Can I just talk with you for a little bit? Can we meet maybe after church on Sunday? He's like, yeah, sure. Just so next Sunday after church came, and I'd go to talk to him, and he would be gone. Just completely, just this. So I was trying. Pride was beat into me. I didn't choose pride. Pride was beat into me because every time I try to humble myself and ask for help, I'm like this. So it was this cycle of trying to do everything myself and failing. Do it myself, fail. Do it myself, fail. So it was horrible. But this is something important that God's taught me is that addictions don't make me look disgusting in His eyes.
Right.
It's more like the way God feels is it's like a man seeing his beautiful wife that he loves with all his heart having ugly shackles put on her. The shackles don't void out her beauty, nor do they change the man's love for her. They only drive the man twice as hard to free his wife from the chains and keep her free. So this is the crux of what I wanted to say. Something that was rattling around in my head. I kept seeing it. Call it a vision. What. But I keep envisioning addictions as a hallway. Okay, it doesn't even have to be addictions, but like things like that, struggles in life, depression, anxiety, things like that. I envision it as a long hallway with a locked door every 10 feet. And I'm trapped at one end of the hallway, and all these things that God has promised me are on the other side, way on the other end. And there's like a long hallway with 50 locked doors between us. Each door has a combination lock on it. So I stand there behind one of the doors waiting for Jesus to save me. And I, in my agony and impatience, want nothing more than for Jesus to break the doors down and free me instantaneously because I know He can and He's big and strong and cool. And why doesn't He just rip the flipping door down? However, what Jesus actually does is He goes through the often grueling process of teaching me what the combinations are to the lock. It is a far slower and more agonizing process, but this is what happens if I ever, for whatever reason, find myself locked behind one of those doors again. then I won't be stuck there because God taught me what the combination was. So if God broke down the door instantly like I want, then I would definitely be free for now. But if ever I found myself there again, I would once again be completely trapped and enslaved and not know the way out and have no hope. God will not waste time with temporary freedoms. He takes the long road that leads to eternal freedom because he loves me so flippin' much.